Hi, Chris from Dynojet here. Today we're going to install this Power Commander 5 with fuel and ignition control to this 2014 Yamaha Viking 700. We're going to go ahead and get started by lifting the cargo bed, and we're going to remove the rightmost passenger seat. Here in the cab we've loosened the rightmost chair back so we can pull the module forward, and we're going to use the supplied Velcro to secure it right here behind the rightmost passenger seat. And we're going to route the harness through this hole here for the belt buckles. The first connection we're going to come to is to the vehicle's crank position sensor, and that is a white 2-pin connector on the skid pan forward of the right side of the engine. We're going to take our Power Commander harness leads with the pair of white 2-pin connectors, and we're going to plug those in line with the stock crank position sensor connectors. And here you can see the Power Commander plugged in line with the stock crank position sensor connectors. Our next connection is going to be to the throttle position sensor on the right hand side of the throttle body here at the top of the engine. We're going to unplug the stock connector for the TPS, and we're going to plug the Power Commander in line with the TPS. So the Power Commander harness plugs onto the stock TPS connector, and then it plugs directly onto the TPS. Next, we're going to plug the unit in line with the fuel injector. The fuel injector is located right here on top of the throttle body. We have male and female connections from our Power Commander that will go in line with the fuel injector. Next, we're going to secure the Power Commander's ground wire with the ring lug to this engine case bolt on the right hand side of the engine. Our last connections we're going to make are to our ignition coil. We're going to route our Power Commander harness branch with the single wires with spade connectors over here to the ignition coil on the forward left corner of the engine right here behind the cab. Here at the ignition coil we're going to unplug our two stock ignition coil wires, and we're going to plug our Power Commander harness in line with the stock wires in the coil. The stock orange wire is going to connect to the solid green wire on the Power Commander harness, and then the white green Power Commander wire is going to go to the upper coil tab. The stock brown wire with red tracer is going to connect to the Power Commander's red wire with white tracer, and there's also a red wire with white tracer with a female spade that goes to the lower coil tab. After making your connections, be sure to slide your insulators over the stock connectors and over the tabs on the coil. And now that everything's plugged in, all that's left to do is to reinstall the right side seat and lower the cargo bed.